Hi, babies. I love you. Never, ever, ever gonna let you go. Once I get my hands on you, enjoy where you are because you're about to be somewhere else. So, this is the last few doses of the chapter that you're in before the next one begins. Healing hands, dude. Who's that? Who's that? Who are you holding hands with? What? Jesus? Your higher power. That's exactly what's happening here because the only person that has power over you is nobody. You're connected to your divine. You're connected to the Lord. Hello. And that is why we need to believe in higher powers, guys. Why? Because when we're attached to earthly things, they come and go. They break up, they leave, they die. It's horrible to our hearts. But what never goes away is what? Your higher power. He's always there, remaining for you the same. He is always going to forgive you. He'll always be waiting for you to return. We have shadow work in the reverse, and we have the masculine energy in the reverse. Some of y'all, with this, shadow work and masculine. Oh, okay. Well, I heard that the shadow work that you've been working on is over now. You've completed it. And the masculine energy is coming up in the reverse because you don't have to actually work this hard anymore. You don't have to fight this hard anymore. You do not have to do all this shit anymore. You are not even going to have to fucking do anything in your masculine energy from this point on. You are actually going to be taken care of. You've been so guarded. Look at you. You're at the Nine of Wands. You've worked really hard. You have everything that you need. You are the perfect match for anybody to marry. I want you to know that. You have been actually called so many things probably that were just like, not really that flattering. Quite offensive. And you've done so much for people and you were just like, what the heck is going on? Why am I being accused of being such a naughty or disgusting or terrible person when all I want to do is see the best for this person? It's because those people didn't want the best for themselves, and by turning it around on you and making you feel poopy, that made you question yourself. That made you delay or stall, what you were doing. If they could return anything to you that made you stop for a minute and actually think, what does that give that person? Some more time to doink around, dude. You fell for it. You're being called into service, and it says believe in your own guidance, because guess what? The people that you were trying to help, they didn't want to change. They didn't want the help. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't continue to be yourself, your amazing self, and keep helping people. You were just helping the wrong people. I gotta go turn the bathwater off because I'm about to take a bubble bath. And I don't want it to overflow. You did? Oh my gosh, you did? What? Sorry, my dog, she runs away in the middle of the night. I was walking in my sleep. Did you have fun with your boyfriend? Oh my gosh, this the dog, he comes over and he legit stands at the door with his big ass shepherd ass head, just looks inside. He'll stand at the window anywhere. I've told you guys this story, it's not a joke. Every night he comes over and waits for her at my door. Like, hello, it's so cute. So I do. I know it's against the law, but they're in love. Did you hang out with your boyfriend? Look at her, so happy. Oh my gosh. She reminds me of me and James when we were running away together. Did you have fun? She's fake, so she's not gonna do the same thing I did. Why are you wet? What's your nipple? What? Get up! What'd you two do? You're sick! I love you. I'm glad you had fun. Okay, but I'm trying to do a read. I'm literally... You kissed him and now you're trying to come on and kiss me. You're so disgusting. Okay. Oh my gosh. We have the will in the reverse. I just feel like you just don't really feel like doing whatever you used to do anymore. That's the will. You don't have will. You don't have desire. You don't have passion. You're not even interested in it anymore. Because that's what happens. When you grow and you change, not just take time. Growing means that you're not getting just taller, but you're learning. The word growth and healing it's more than just a little cut. closing, shut. No, that doesn't mean that you're healed. Great, that's great. That's great that your cat got healed, but we're talking about inner wounds, and that shit is deep. You'll know absolutely what you need to work on because it's the one thing that you feel when you think to yourself, that feeling. And no, we don't know pretty much not much at all about that, what it is that it means to work on. But you went through it. You're very wise now, too. Every experience has honestly made you so much wiser. You've done what most people can't do. And I'm really proud of you. And all that time that you legit thought you were so different and that you were outcasted or you were pushed out of the group. No, you weren't. You were the leader. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to go and move on a little bit more. We have the blossoming. Blossoming is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Yeah, this chapter's over. Shadow work. You have no will to work on it. You've learned what you needed to. You're legit actually like over this, and this is a big deal. This isn't something that you're like running away from, leaving behind. You've processed it. You're fully aware that this chapter. You're gonna go ahead and say no to. Thank you for the offer, but I am not interested. Thank you. This is a selection choice where you are going to move it out of the options. This is not the old you anymore, where you're like, maybe I could do this on Wednesday and not on Thursday, and I could probably see you on Friday for like an hour. No, I don't want to see you ever at all, because you're not on my level. You ain't my vibe. You don't even have the same freaking common interests. No, I've actually grown up enough to know since the last time I saw you that people that don't share the same interests or are not on the same energy level need to work on being there together before they try to force it. We have the Unexpected and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. What? Dude, for my feisties. If you act like I do, dude, you're about to fall in love. Shut up. Who the fuck? Somebody is about to take you away for that. Like, look, you're literally holding a sword. You usually cut people that try to hit on you. I mean, you're not even, you're like, okay, you're like me. You're like Adam Sandler, Robert De Niro. Out of nowhere, I'm going to tell you right now, you're about to get John Cena right off your feet, dude. And what do you do? You're not even gonna, dude, you're not even gonna fight it because it came up in the reverse, dude. And whatever it is that's coming your way, legit is gonna take, like, you're not even gonna be afraid. This person's gonna take your fear away, and they also actually removed 3 different options out of you were thinking, this is crazy. For anybody that was actually thinking like you were off to do something, like if you're off to see the wizard and do something major and large, if you're not careful, this person's going to actually intervene right before that moment. And you're going to end up in this relationship. So I don't honestly necessarily send, let me see. Your bright energy and 10 of wands in the reverse. Yeah, this is like the evil witch, and her victory is coming up in the reverse. Like, I would just see that 10 of wands not really necessarily as like a positive manifestation card because it has a witch on it. So I just feel like whoever was against you, whoever didn't believe in you, whoever talked down about you, they didn't succeed at all. They didn't. And it sucks that it's taken all of this. And even more so for this person, it sucks that you are actually mature enough now that you've understood this person's actions for at least a decade or more, whether they know it or not. And you've just been dealing with it. And but for the first time, the difference here is that this person's going to actually finally realize for the first time how smart you are. And that it's going to actually hit them to the point where they realize, whoa, I literally have nowhere to go with this ever anymore. Like, this person has been honestly like causing torture This person has been disrupting your life for so long. I'm hearing it's from your family, and it's a parent. And whatever parent is in your life, honestly, that has been just making your life just so difficult. It's going to be in the year of 2023 that they see for once that you are not bullshitting. Them noticing this isn't going to do shit for your part of the relationship, honestly, because it's just like you've been so insulted and time after time. But even hearing this at this point, anybody would be like, duh, I already knew I was right. Like, you're not even to the point where, like, you believe me, so you finally believe. No, you're not an idiot like that. Do you think you literally wait for people to finally believe you? No. You take insult right from the get-go if they even doubt you, because you're a boss. And the last thing that you were making statements for was because you needed what? Believer? What are you, Justin Bieber over here? No, you're not. You got believers up in there? Like, no, you were just saying something. Like, you didn't care if they were involved or not. You didn't ask them for help. You didn't even ask them for an opinion. You were just like, hey, yeah, I'm going to do this. I got this idea, and I'm feeling. You got interrupted and probably insulted because whoever the heck you were talking to honestly doesn't know anything about what you do. And that's the fact of the matter. And I'm just honestly glad that we're all here together and that we can hear this from one another finally. Because it's the worst feeling in the world to actually make very certain statements or claims against different people and have them look you dead in the eye and tell you that they don't even know what you're talking about, or that never happened, or you're crazy. Are you okay? The first several times it happens, you actually wonder to yourself, like, am I okay? Why am I thinking? Like, you literally question yourself, and honestly, that's not even going to happen for you anymore. You're around people now that, dude, have been feeling and going through the exact same thing, and you're around people in your life that actually have money and respect and time, and they do things that you enjoy to do. They're going to take you on trips. They're going to take you to travel. They're going to have money. They're going to pay for your dinners. They're going to do everything that you can possibly think of. They're going to open your car door. They're going to be there for you. If you're with a girl, she's going to kiss you on the cheek, and she's going to play with your ear. And when you guys are driving in the car, you guys are going to be smiling and laughing. It's not going to be that awkward look out the window, freaking ignore each other and hate each other's gut stuff. It's just not. And how did this even occur? What's the difference now? Is that you've learned from other people that can teach you a different way. How the heck were you supposed to do something different when you were surrounded by everything the same? That's like going to the same store where they offer the same shoes and expecting a brand new pair. Like, we only sell Nikes here, sir. You're like, but I like Reebok. You're like, so you might need to go to the Reebok store. You're like, but I want Reebok here. That's what it's like trying to do the same thing in the same place. That's not available there. What you see is what you get, and if you want something else, then you need to go there and get it. You need to do something different, and that's what you guys are doing. Big things are happening for you over it. You're starting to realize that the only reason why change hasn't actually occurred is because you didn't do anything different, and that's the definition of insanity, is that if you do the same thing, you will get the same result. Look it up. All right, I love you. I'm going to jump in the bath, and good job for putting that work into your growth and yourself, because even if you just did 10%, you've been giving literally 100, 200, 300% outward to all these people that were adults that weren't really doing anything with your time, love, and energy. And all that frustration and all that pain that you were going through and feeling was really just disappointment of not being understood or valued. It's crazy when you realize that all that pain that you were feeling could have been prevented just in the moment that you set boundaries with people and said, when you can respect me and when you do have anything positive to say, go ahead and hit me up. Until then, don't. I don't want to hear your negativity. I don't want to hear your input. I don't need to hear who you think I should date. You don't have to be rude, but you need to be firm. And by being firm and letting people know exactly what you want is how you change the direction of your future.